Goeienaand, good evening fellow South Africans and citizens of the world. And this is a shout out to JJ who sent me some very important alerts. Now some of them might have been finalized, some might still be active. I'm just putting them out there, and after these alerts I'm going to be telling you a couple of stories and I'll be attaching a couple of videos so that the whole world can see the chaos that is South Africa now. And for any tourist who's thinking of coming to South Africa, consider what is happening to the main roads. Just for the record, the N3, which you'll hear talked about a lot in this video, is the main road between Durban, Pietermaritzburg and Johannesburg. The N2 is the main road which comes up towards Durban from Cape Town. And these main roads are becoming battlegrounds. Very, very dangerous. And one of the biggest casualties in all this is the trucking industry. And guess how you get food to shops? From the ports like Durban, up the N3, going to Johannesburg. But you know that the truckers have been attacked in recent weeks, and they're pretty well going on strike. And now apparently even the South African Airways pilots are looking at going on strike. And I'll be talking about that separately. But let's get back to these alerts that JJ sent through. And these are all current. They came through today. There's a bunch of them. The N2 closed. Riot police on the scene. All traffic are diverted via Airport Road. Throwing stones at Koleni. Pops on scene. N2 to be closed for safety at motorists. Dispatching traffic officials along Aerodrome Road to close N2 at Saturday Market. Avoid the N2 at Plettenberg Bay. Traffic has been diverted over Rauburg Airport Road in both directions, Cape Town, Port Elizabeth, due to stone throwing at Kolweni. Pops attend to the scene. Now, I don't know who Pops are, but I guess they're the police. Avoid the N2 at Plettenberg Bay. Traffic has been diverted over Rauburg Airport Road in both directions, Cape Town, Port Elizabeth, due to stone throwing. Please avoid the area. Avoid Durban, M4 Southern Freeway. Protest action taking place on M4 Southern Freeway North and southbound at the Clarewood off-ramp. A small group of protesters are burning tyres and obstructing the road. Please avoid the area. Separate alert. Town of Brits is very tense and shops are closed. And then we look at the Northern Territory. Northwestern part of the Cape, N18. We have information that taxis are closing the roads 10 kilometers from Mafeking in the direction to Vryburg. Please be very careful. Durban, power outage, widespread outage across the greater Durban area. Springfield Park, Pinetown, Durban North, Ottomar, expect delays. Eskom's Avon substation incurred a fault, resulting in a blackout to entire area north of the Umgeni. Pockets of areas south of the Umgeni, Morningside and Overport are also out. Over a third of Durban load is down. And then the final alert is N2 closed. Riot police are on the scene. All traffic and diverted via Airport Road. And then it goes finally to say KwaZulu Durban, avoid Bayhead Road, traffic building up with trucks. Now, this is a chaos that's happening in South Africa right now, but you're not hearing about it, are you? And the really disturbing thing is that these protesters are now blocking the major freeways with they just go out there and they block the road, and nothing's been done about it. It is just a crazy situation that is going on there, totally out of control. And there's more happening in South Africa, and this gives you a taste of the crime that's happening, the actual mafia-style crime that's happening. Let me show you a video first, and then I'm going to tell you what you've been looking at. Okay, in that video, you saw a shootout. Gauteng police are searching for a group of armed robbers who opened fire on security guards and fled the scene with a substantial amount of money in Newtown, Johannesburg. A video of the armed robbery is available. In the video, a security vehicle is seen driving down a narrow one-way street in the city. A black car pushes in front of the security vehicle. Two armed men come out, guns blazing, as a van driver tries to reverse. A few seconds later, two more armed men are seen exiting the car. A man is seen running with a bag back to the car. Then they flee the scene. Now, I've seen the tail end of this video, and the guy who's actually driving the car opens the door, jumps out, and heads off in the opposite direction, and apparently he was unhurt. Police spokesman Col Langelo Dlamini said the incident happened outside a mosque in Newtown, Johannesburg on Friday afternoon. The security guards were taking the money to the bank when they came under attack. They were confronted by a black sedan and the men opened fire on them. They took a substantial amount of money from the security guard and fled the scene. Dlamini said no one was injured. There was a suggestion they were transporting money for the mosque, but that can't be confirmed. And let's turn our attention back to Durban again. Okay, look, this is just a sampling of what's going on in South Africa right now. It is chaotic. It's not a place you want to visit unless you're on a death wish. So for tourists that are thinking of going to South Africa, my advice to you is think very carefully about your decision. Durban University of Technology students had to evacuate their residence on Monday night when the building caught alight. Let's have a look at that. Students living at the Durban University of Technology's, or DUT's, Renaissance residence in the city were evacuated after a fire broke out in the building on Monday evening. Brighton Tengo was at a cafe on the first floor in the 16th floor building when he heard screams from outside. I heard people from outside shouting, "Fire, fire!" No one inside the building saw what was happening because the fire didn't start in the rooms. It started in the power room, said Ntengo. The final year business law student ran out of the residence, which is in the central business district, where he got a clear view of the thick smoke. Quite a number of students did not believe that there was a fire until flames started about an hour later, he said. The university said the cause of the fire was unclear and that no students had been harmed. Thankfully, no students or resident staff were seriously injured during the incident. The Dean of Students, Dr. Matsikani Nkwani, has confirmed that all of the affected students were transferred to other residences last night. And we were able to get our things out, but it was tough. The floors were really slippery and the elevator was not working. I had to climb all the way to the 16th floor, said Ntengo. So there you go. That's just a touch of what's going on in South Africa, just on Tuesday. That's just Tuesday. That's the 18th of June, 2019. And that's just part of the story. That's where the public are involved. The amount of crime that is happening in South Africa is just, it's gone ballistic. And it is not getting any better. And I don't know if you saw that video about what happened in New York when the lights went out for a night, and how the looting happened and what went on in what is supposed to be a first world country. And again, it's largely the black population in New York who went on a looting spree. I'll put a link to that video down below. It's quite a lengthy video, but it'll give you a good insight as to what happens when the lights do go out. Alright guys, please remember to subscribe to be kept informed. Ring the bell for the updates, and have a good evening. Bye for now.